Welcome back to our Global iTech Solution GITS-Playwright channel on video tutorial 10. Before you started this lecture, I highly encourage you to complete previous lecture related with this course. Let's get started and jump on the topics. So today we'll be discussing about the page object model, organizing the test, and headless mode. So I believe you guys are familiar with it, headless mode and the organizing test, but in this lecture will be a little bit different, organizing a test. So we'll be using a page object model concept, and before that let's clean up some folder from here. So let's say I'm going to be add this test example inside the archive folder. So I'll create an archive in the project itself, archive folder. So inside the archive folder, I'll be putting the extra or unnecessary files and folders inside it. There you go. So I don't need them. I just need the test and the reports and all the reports over here. So which is I don't need this playwright reports, which is I'm using the earlier reports. Let's remove it. And also test results. I don't need the test results basically, right? As we are using the earlier reports. So now we have less file and folders. I don't need the screenshot, or yeah, that's fine. I don't need the screenshot file as well. Let's get into the test, and this is the test case which is we are working on so far, right? Test before each described. Inside the described there is a two test. One test is validating the count, another test is validating the link text on the landing page. Now we'll be create a page object model concept as I told you. So we'll be create inside the test, not inside the test. We'll be create on the project level. It's called a, or even though inside the test we can create a POM folder, page object folder. Either way, it's okay with it. You can create a page object folder inside the project or inside the test. It's better to create inside the project because tests are as a collection of tests. So let's create inside the project. It's called a page POM. Just very simple. POM meanings is a page object model concept. Inside the POM, think about as a website. Inside the website, this is our landing page. So we'll create a landing page class in our project, and for each link, if you clicked on the link, that will be another page. We'll be creating corresponding page class. So basically the idea is from the website, whatever the page you have or whatever the page you are navigate to, you have to create a corresponding class in your project. So right now this is a landing page. We'll be creating a landing page, and inside the landing page all the locator will go in. So let's go ahead, create inside the POM. It's called a landing page.js. It's a JavaScript file, and inside the JavaScript file we'll be moving our all the locators for landing page locators. How do I do that? So we have to start with the constant. There is a multiple way to do that, but I love to do it on my own way. So constant, which is a landing page, and inside the constant landing page we'll be creating a function for each object. So we have a 44 objects, 44 elements. For each 44 elements we'll create a unique 44 functions, or it's called a functions in JavaScript. It's called a method in Java. We'll create a 44 functions in JavaScript. So the first one is A/B testing, right? So then we'll be using get A/B testing. We'll be following a camel case. Get A/B testing locator you can type, but eventually you know that this is for the locator and for the object, so you don't have to repeat yourself. So we'll be following also dry and kiss principle. Do not repeat yourself and keep it simple. So we'll be using our locators, all the locators. So Instead of doing that, we can just copy from here all of the locators and paste it there, right? How do I do that? So we'll just get one of them from here and paste it here, right? And we'll be copying 44 times. So this is the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So copy the 10 of them and 4 times. 4, and the last 4 of them will be 44. So this is all our locators. So over here, as you see, the get AV testing is the first one. The rest of them will be the different elements, which is corresponding to the add remove, basic auth, broken image, challenging DOM, right? Add remove element, the second one. Second one will be your add remove elements, right? And second will be your second, which is basically with the 2. Now instead of doing that, you see that this is time consuming over here, right? There is a 44 and it just changed the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? With the 44 numbers and changing the method name. Instead of doing that, I can just create only one. So let's say over here, I can type links, get links, or get landing page links locator, link locators, right? Locators. Now so we can create a functions using the arguments. So if you create a function, so this is the functions will be look like this. So on that functions we'll be using all the locators. Let's use the locators, the A2. So this is going to be a 1, right? So but we'll be using index over here. So we'll be changing by the index number 1. So let's use the index and use that index over here as a parameters. Index. So that's it. Now we'll be calling this locator in our test case 44 times in an array and just using index number. So 1 to 44. Let's remove all the tests. This is also, it's called a optimizing the work, optimizing your code, right? This is only one as a template locators we created and we'll be using inside our test case. So now how do we call that landing page? There is another question, right? In a page object model, how do we call that? It's very straightforward. We can call inside the test. Let's say this is our second test. We have to create an instance of it. We have to create an instance. How do we create an instance on it? So we can create an instance by, let's say, landing page. So we can call as a constant. So inside the test, that's been let, that's equal new, using the new keyword like in Java, landing page. Landing page, and the page will be as arguments. So this is our page object model. Now, so we'll be seeing the page optimization in the next class, but let's put two of them over here. So get the first one will be A/B testing, add remove elements. Get A/B testing, and get add remove elements. So we're just adding locators for this and for this using a page object model concept. right? So we're not going through all the locators. This is going to be your homework to complete it, but I'm going to be just using only 2 of them. Let's use it over here, 1, and this is 2. This is going to be 2, right? Optimizing 1 will be taking the next class, but I just want to show you with the 2 so you can complete the rest of them. So get A/B testing, get add, remove elements. Now landing page, we create a instance of it. Now if I call that landing page, you see the page.locator here, right? Page.locator inside the elements. So that's been we'll be using here landing page.get. So landing page, you create an instance of it. Now you'll be just calling that get A/B testing dot A/B testing. So you create a constant over here, and you have to export it. So how to do that? Module dot exports equal landing page. This is how the way you export. So once you do that, landing page dot A/B testings. So once you do that, export is supposed to be get the A/B testing here, and it should up and running. So now let's go ahead and see it is running or not. So you can use the let because this is inside the test method, or you can use the constant if you're using on the up. Excuse me. Let's see it is running or not. So we can troubleshoot if it is not running. So it is not running. So you see the new keyword, it's complaining about the new keyword. So new keyword, you are creating an instance of it, right? So let's use the constant. Let's see. Still, it's complaining about the new keyword. Let's go ahead on the Playwright website. Let's see how they are doing it, right? So this is they are creating a constructor of it. We're not going to be create a constructor. So this page, and this is they are creating, okay. So if you want to create a constructor, so that's when you will be using a class. So this is the class, right? Are we using the class? We're not using the class. We're using a constant, but you can use a class also, right? Let's go ahead and see the rest of the implementation in the next lecture. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for upcoming lecture for the rest of the course.